What's up, guys? Reddit Crazy here, and today our subreddit is Entitled Parents. So, I've got 4 really great stories for you guys. One is about a boy who's just waiting at McDonald's for his father while doing some work on his computer tablet, and then an entitled mother just decides to steal it. Our second story is about a man and his family go for a picnic at the local park and bring the kids' trikes along because they love to use them. And then an entitled family pushes the family's son off the trike and tries to steal it. Our third story is about a woman who gives riding lessons on horses, and a little girl falls off a horse, and the mother goes ballistic and wants the horse killed. Our fourth story is about a family whose dog gets lost, and they finally find it chained in someone's backyard. When they go to confront the family, the conversation is not what they expected. Alright guys, our first story today is called Your PC Belongs to Me Now. I'm 15, I own a 2-in-1 tablet PC. That day we went to McDonald's with friends. My dad was stuck at a traffic jam, so I needed to wait alone at McDonald's. I used this time to get some work done in Unity Game Engine. I was making a texture of an apple when an entitled kid came to me and he was looking at what I was doing. After a while, entitled mom came and took him into another table. I heard something like, "Mom, I want that cool notebook." At this point, I connected headphones because I knew something would happen. After a while, entitled mom came to my table and she asked if her kid can have my PC. I told her no, and she said, "Oh, come on, you don't deserve the PC." She reached out to tablet part and started pulling on it. Remember, I'm 15, so I cannot handle that force. She unsnapped it from the keyboard and HDD part of the PC and walked away. Luckily, I locked the tablet before she reached out. One in security noticed this and came and asked if everything was okay. I told him everything, and he asked if I could somehow confirm that I'm the owner of the tablet. I told him I can, so we walked to Entitled Mom's table. Entitled Mom, what? Security, is it true that you stole the tablet from this guy? Entitled Mom, no, it's my work tablet and he stole my keyboard. Excuse me? Security. Then unlock it. After a few tries, security handed me the tablet and I unlocked it without any problem. When I connected the tablet to the dock, the HDD wasn't recognized, so Entitled Mom had to pay me 100 euros. That's it. This is what I hate. When people just think their entire world revolves around their kid and just think anything in the world that their kid can have, they don't have to pay for it and they can just steal it. It really annoys me that there's people out here like this, but we gotta deal with it. Okay guys, our second story is called You Have Two, You Have to Share. So this happened when my 2 eldest were 5 and 4, so a few years ago. It's not word for word, but the best I remember in the exchange. This story has EM, entitled mom, EK, entitled kid, me, KD, the kid's dad, DS, my son, and DD, daughter. Their dad and I thought it was a good day to take the kids to the park and have a picnic. Now, the kids love to ride their trikes, so whenever we had the chance to take them to the park, we did. So we go and set up our little picnic area, and the kids are riding their trikes. They're really only interacting with each other. Now, I've taught my kids to share, but we are also teaching them that they don't have to share at the park if they don't want to. Cue entitled kid coming and knocking my son off his trike, and tried to take it. I get up and start going towards them. I'm pissed. When my son got up, he rushed the kid and knocks him off and gets a couple of hits in. My son has always been a kid not to back off a fight. I get the trike and my son and make sure he's okay. The kid gets his dad. Entitled kid is crying out loud that he wants his trike. Enter entitled mom, starts yelling at me because my son hit her son. I tell her she should have been watching her kid because her son hit my son to get him off his trike. She begins to tell me my son has to share. We have 2 and they have none. I tell her my son doesn't have to share because it's his trike and I bought it. She then demands I give her son one of my snacks because it's the least I can do. By this time, the KD is packing everything up, trying to calm me down. She then calls me a racist slur that starts with a W and ends with back. I then lose it a bit, and I go into a rant how many people were here before hers and to watch her mouth. By this time, our picnic is packed up, and KD and DD and DS are heading towards our car. When she yells at KD to leave a trike for her EK, I tell her to go F herself and go with my family, all the while she's still yelling at us. So this entitled mom and her kid ruined her picnic. That's so stupid. You're like fine with your kid legit hurting people and trying to steal. That's not setting a good example. They'll probably be in jail by the time they're 16 or juvie or whatever. Alright guys, our third story is called My Kid Fell Off a Horse, Slaughter It Now. Background knowledge. I'm a 16-year-old, though I was probably 15 when this story happened. A girl who lives in Berlin and has been horseback riding for 13 years now. I started giving riding lessons at my barn with something like 14 because my parents didn't and don't pay me any pocket money, so I have to earn money in other ways. Our barn has a rule that you already have to be able to ride a horse when you want to enter our riding club because it costs a ton of money and time to teach someone how to properly do that, and we just don't have enough teachers for that, everyone. The average age on which we take new riders is around 13. However, we have equestrian vaulting groups for children from the age of 6, and children who participate in those can also get beginner's riding lessons if wanted. The story takes place in such a riding lesson. I was teaching a group of 5 girls all sitting on small Shetland ponies. Makes sense, small children, small ponies. And the parents were sitting on the side of the riding place. I had one girl on the lunge, long rope-like thing that you put on the horse's bridle so that it's only able to move in a circle around you and the person on the horse's back can fully concentrate on their seat in the saddle. Out of nowhere, a small animal, I think it was a squirrel, runs across the place and the pony on the lunge gets mildly scared and makes a huge step inwards. The girl slides off the horse's back, and when I say slide, I mean slide. She did not fall. She literally stood next to the pony. The pony's name is Latvia, by the way, and she's really good and a gorgeous little pony who would never hurt anyone, and is the favorite of many, many children at the barn. Well, that wasn't too dramatic, you think? I did too, but oh hell, ding dong, I was wrong. I asked the kid if she's okay and if she wants to mount the horse again. At the exact same moment she answers yes, her mother comes running and shouting towards me. I quickly take a look at the other horses and they are not happy with the noise and sudden movement, so they get nervous and start denying to do what the girls riding them want them to do, even though those ponies all were total beginner's horses who are really easy to handle. Entitled mom, why did my daughter fall off that horse? Me. Ma'am, please calm down. You're scaring the horses. She just slid down. Entitled mom, my daughter would never fall off a stupid pony. Me. It's her first riding lesson, even experienced riders sometimes fall. And she just slid off. Entitled mom, no, this horse is dangerous. Me getting a bit frustrated. No, it isn't, and I already told you to please lower your voice. You are making the horses nervous. Someone could get hurt if one of the ponies gets scared and runs off. At this point, you can see the little 7-year-old girl getting more and more flustered, clearly embarrassed by her mother's behavior. Emily, mommy, I'm okay. Entitled mom, no you're not. This horse has injured you and you told her to say it didn't. Me, no I didn't. She said she isn't injured because she is in fact not injured. She didn't even really fall. Liar, I know what I saw. This horse is dangerous. I want it to be slaughtered because it's a danger to everyone. Emily, kind of scared. No! Me, I repeat myself. This horse isn't dangerous, and we certainly won't get an innocent pony, which is loved by lots of children here, slaughtered because you want us to. It's normal that beginners fall off the horse. Entitled mom then proceeded to insult me by saying how I didn't do my job right, and she demanded to see my boss. So I asked a friend of mine, who was standing by the other parents, to go and get the owner of the barn. She came not even 2 minutes later, and Entitled mom again started shouting how Latvia is a dangerous horse and should go to slaughter for everyone's good, as well as how bad I am doing at my job. Maria simply told her that the horse isn't dangerous, she won't get it slaughtered, and actually most of my students really like me and my riding lessons. In the end, the mom had to leave the barn and was told that Emily could take riding lessons here again when she had changed her attitude. Sadly for Emily, I never saw her again. I mean, nonetheless, she really seemed to like the pony and was a really sweet little girl. Latvia obviously wasn't slaughtered and is a true children's favorite at the barn until today. That's so fucking stupid. It's legit just an animal that is super loved and super tiny. It wouldn't hurt anyone. And it was an accident. Everybody, when you're starting out at something, everybody obviously makes mistakes. And this mom legit wanted an innocent animal killed for that. That's just really freaking selfish. Alright guys, our final story for today is called Missing Dog Found But Refused to Be Returned. This is a story from my dad. This happened in the early 70s. My dad at the time was around 10 or 11. He had this dog that his family owned. It was adorable and he often tells stories about how good and loving it was. It was a mutt, but was described as a giant chihuahua-looking creature. Very dorky but lovable. One day, somehow the dog got outside and ran away. My dad and his brother were devastated, putting up missing posters on every street post. This dog wasn't just a pet to my dad's family, as like many of you know, pets you have really turn into family. He adored that little guy. His name was Squeak, by the way. Some time passed. One night his family was out for a drive and passed by a house with a decent-sized hole in the fence. My dad thought he saw Squeak through the hole in the fence and asked if they could pull over. Sure enough, there was their beloved dog, chained up in some stranger's backyard. My dad and his brother were ecstatic. Their father rushed to the door, happy they were getting their dog back after a month or so. The door opens, revealing entitled mom. Conversation went something like this: my dad's father will be F. Hi, you seem to have our dog in the backyard. We've been looking for him for a while now. Yes, I've seen the posters. So how should we do this? Do you need any help getting him from the backyard? No, my kids have grown quite fond of him. I think we're going to keep him. I have 2 sons that have been missing him very much. He is our dog after all. Yes, but my kids like the dog. We found him. We're taking care of him. Ma'am, please give us our dog back. Entitled mom continues to argue with father until she just shuts the door on him. Father gives up and walks back to the car, angry and annoyed. A couple days later, after my dad and his brother were furious about what happened, their father drives back to the house when the entitled mom isn't home. Father proceeds to climb over the fence, unhook Squeak from the chain. He's been locked up, presumably for several weeks now, and take him home. The family that took him in the first place never bothered them again, and the matter was ended there. Needless to say, Squeak lived out the rest of his happy life with his family again. See, this is what's really stupid. Again, with someone who thinks their entire family has the world revolving around them, and that they just think they're entitled to everything. Like, they lost their dog, there's 2 kids who are really sad that it's been lost, and then finally when they found it, they're refusing to give it back to them. That's really freaking stupid, and I hope these people, they should go to the police and have them arrested for keeping